obviously into the glasses, put it down, and the whole idea is it actually gives me information related to the story itself. So I can sort of explain about sort of the winemaker and sort of actually go through the whole sort of experience, you know, save the cards off, do all sorts of stuff like that. But the whole point is actually sort of give the story, and I'm not going to do it in detail. You get the idea that I can sort of, and this is all completely data driven, so you can have as many cards as you want and as much detail as you want. And I can do things like sort of obviously close all the cards or just sort of drag them back again. And it's got sort of regions that you can dump into maps, videos, all of that sort of rich functionality that we also have with the sort of the wine guide type of experience. But the most important thing was to capture data related to how much people like the wines and what characteristics they like in the wines. So the idea is you can put it into rating mode. So
I thought this wine had a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure it had some spice in there. Yeah. So the whole idea is I can
cinnamon.
go in. Yeah, did it have some cinnamon? I thought it had some red cherry.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is you can actually sort of build up, and obviously I can take these out and remove them as well, and sort of it. So I then finish. Everyone's finished tasting that wine. They've rated it. So I'm going to switch off rating now. And taste the next one. And it's a similar sort of experience that I go through the full story, explain again. I've got cards related to the wines and sort of all the rest of it. And again, I can go through and actually sort of rate the different wines and sort of go through similar sort of things. And you know, this is all Modi.
I'm going to give this wine 5 stars.
Yeah.
It's a great wine. maybe it was 4.5.
Yeah. So in this case, I'm going to say everyone's tasted this wine, and I'm only going to demo two wines here because it gets pretty monotonous, unless you're actually tasting the wine, in which case it must be a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to finish this tasting session. So I go into tasting summary, and it shows me the different wines. It's really designed to show more wines than we're actually showing here, and shows it from the perspective of this session initially, and I can show it in terms of all sessions, which obviously this is the first session, so it's the same thing. And I can then also show all wines. In this case, I've only got the 2 wines, so it's the same data. But the point is you can actually break into to analysis, and you can even sort of pull these wines off and sort of actually drag them to the individual if they want to actually taste more about the wine or find out. And if I have it in ad hoc mode, the only difference is all of the information relates itself to the card. So if I close this session and I switch it to ad hoc mode, you'll notice now that I've got information on here. So what happens is when somebody puts down the wine bottle, is the point is I can effectively drag this across to the actual sort of to the wine itself, or actually sort of select the individual wine, and then I can sort of like pull up the cards related to it myself, you know, sort of all of that sort of stuff.